Are you aware of this Getting into the Vortex meditation CD? Have you heard it? What it is about, it is a listening device that as you listen to the rhythm of the music and find your way into breathing your breath into the rhythm of the music, that in the mere process of that, because it is odd, it is not normal, in the process of doing that, you cannot think about things that have been keeping you out of vibrational balance with who you are. And in the absence of resistance that is enticed through the process of the syncing of the breath with the music, you allow the vortex, your vortex, to train your frequency into a new place. So consider this. Every subject, you've got a lot of them active within you. You have the subject of finances active within you. You have the subject of relationships active within you. You have the subject of your physical body active within you. You may have the subject of politics active within you. You have the subject of social changes active within you. You may have the subject of specific relationships, parenting, lovers. You have all of these subjects active within you because you are involved in life. And in every one of these subjects that is active within you, there are vibrational ranges that are possible or probable for you. Some of them you learned when you were young. Some of them you were trained into by watching particular television programs. Some of them were trained into you by the observation that you had with certain segments of your population or your life experience. So you have, most of you, without even knowing you've been doing it, you've developed patterns of vibration on every subject. When you allow your vortex to train your frequency, and it will, we'll talk a lot about that. When you allow your vortex, which is to say, when you allow the dominant part of you, which is to say, when you allow us and that which is source and your inner being, when you allow your vortex to train your frequency into that higher, less resistant, higher, purer, higher frequency until it matches the frequency of everything that you've put into the vortex, what happens is every subject in your life begins to shift. Financial shifts, relationship shifts, physicality shifts. Everything shifts because at the core of your vibrational patterns is what we like to refer to as your point of attraction, your vibrational point of attraction. So if you let a memory of something that happened yesterday in the office, or a memory of something that happened when you were 12 or 5, if you let that memory that you return to often be what trains your vibrational frequency, then you may have a frequency that is not anywhere near your vortex, and every subject in your life, like relationships and finances and all people on all levels and the way your physical body feels, everything that relates to you has to relate to you, has to be shown to you in the frequency that you've got going on. And you don't even know that you're doing it. All you're doing, if you are like a normal human, is you're observing the way your life is unfolding for you, accepting it, maybe trying to explain it through karma or through luck or through chance or through bad luck or through good luck. You're explaining it often without having any real idea that you have complete control over every one of those aspects, because you have control over the frequency that is at the core of everything that you attract. Can you hear this? So, what do you think? We're just going to appeal to your very reasonable minds. When you think about all of the subjects that are possible to consider, Just watch television for an afternoon and move through all of the different subjects and think about, or pick up any newspaper or most magazines. Get out into your world. Get into the blogosphere or get into your Google machines. And as you begin to explore all of the details of your life experience, aren't you quite impressed with the plethora, the glut of information or potential topics that you could ponder? So we're appealing to your reasonable mind. What do you think would be the path of least resistance to you? Do you think that if we are teaching you to be deliberate creators, if we are asking you to be deliberate about what you are creating, do you think your best plan would be to consider all of the thoughts that are out there? Spend quite a bit of time sifting and sorting through them. Get out in the world and talk to as many people as you can and have as much experience as you can and really try to get to the bottom of all of the possibilities and then sort them out and define which of them feels the best to you. In other words, sort your way through that thought. That thought doesn't feel very good. How about that one? No, that one. Very tired, think I'll sleep. Which is the best plan? Or do you think that maybe a better way would be to put in your earphones, listen to some music, match your breath with it, and let your vortex train you into a frequency that automatically makes you unavailable to the majority of the glut of all of that stuff that is out there and only brings to you the vibrational equivalent of the best of every subject that may touch you? You see what we're getting at? We've been saying to you for quite a while that when you approach your physical life experience and the manifestation of creation, when you approach it through an emotional basis, when you care about how you feel, you trim years of trial and error from your experience because there is so much leverage in vibration. When you're trying to sort through thoughts, it is so easy to become distracted. But when you're sorting through emotion, it is a much more powerful vibration. And you are about to experience, as a cluster of people on this planet, the power of being inside the vortex and of deliberately tuning yourself to the frequency of your source, and then you will have the benefit of watching the manifestations reflect that adjustment in your vibration. It will take the edge off of everything, but even more than that, it will diminish the necessity to consciously work so hard. In other words, it will give you the opportunity to slow things down just a little bit. Jerry and Esther were reading an article recently of someone who was rather upset with what's going on in technology of your planet, because her children are twittering and tweeting and emailing and doing all kinds of things at the dinner table and not interested in what's going on with the family. And we said to her, she didn't hear us because she wasn't there, your children weren't interested in you before they found Twitter. In other words, Twitter didn't steal them away from you. It is natural that they are seeking. But we understood the point of what the article was saying. And we are wanting to begin this conference with this basis of understanding as a sort of non-physical God force sales job that we are doing with you in order to convince you in the validity and the ease and the value of paying attention to your vortex through your emotions and letting the vortex sort everything out rather than trying to sort out the piles of things that come to you. So when you think about all of the subjects that you could consider, and you think about all of the emails that could come to you and all the Twitters and tweets that could come to you, when you think about all of the blogs that you could read, when you think about all the information that's coming and all the technology that's coming, think about the most powerful search engine that has ever imagined law of attraction. Now consider law of attraction as a search engine, because it is just that. It's a vibrational mechanism that searches to the boundaries of this boundaryless universe and brings right to the emitting of the vibration other things that match that vibration. Talk about a search engine. So now consider putting a search into Google or Yahoo or any of the search engines that you have access to. And as you type in your query, it moves, it crawls through all of the little spiders, and it goes out and it finds things that are pertinent, and it finds millions more than you have time to consider on the top half of your page. It finds so much that this lifetime wouldn't give you the ability to sort through it. So you say, oh, only 18 million things come up. How do I know which of these 18 million things is what I'm looking for? And we say, you don't. We suggest you call all 18 million of them. Because that search engine, good as it is, and it's quite good. In fact, your internet is the best representation of a manifestation of law of attraction that we've seen. But as it does its search and as it presents it back to you, it does so in a biased, controlled, behind-the-scenes way that would boggle your mind and upset you if you knew how it is, what it is comes to you. Or you could use the search engine called law of attraction. You could put your earphones in, listen to the rhythm of some music, breathe yourself into vibrational alignment with the source within you, and tap in to the powerful law of attraction, who knows everything that you've put into your Google search, everything that you've put into your Vortex, everything that you're asking for on levels that you couldn't even begin to define with words accurately, and brings back to you from all around, from every person you interact with, from every interface that you have with everything that is physical and beyond, brings to you with precision, through the powerful law of attraction, that which is a perfect match to your search. And how do you know? By the triumphant way that you feel. We're not trying to talk you out of your internet. We think it is magnificent. We are not trying to talk you out of anything that you are involved in terms of action. We are just suggesting softly, with everything that we are, that if you will go to the Vortex and then, go to the Vortex and then, go to the Vortex and then take your walk, go to the Vortex and then order your breakfast, go to the Vortex and then eat your breakfast, go to the Vortex and then make love, go to the Vortex and then talk to your children, go to the Vortex and then put in your Google search. Go to the Vortex, go to the Vortex, go to the Vortex. Do not allow things that are outside of you, just because of their popularity or just because of the attention that they're gathering. Don't allow that which is outside of you to guide you. Let what's inside of you guide you. Yes?